Mr. President, I rise today in this historic chamber to offer my thanks, my respect, to pay homage to an incredibly valued member of my staff who is about to retire from the United States Senate after decades of dedicated service. A New Englander by birth and a Delawarean by choice, Ann Kelley has served as my deputy schedule now for 7 years and is due to retire tomorrow, the 9th of March. Ann Kelley, or MAC, her acronym for her, Mary Ann Kelley for her initials, as she's affectionately called in my office, MAC, started a career with the U.S. Senate way back in December 1990 as a staff assistant for then-Senator Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr. Except for a break in service, Ann served on Senator Biden's team until he resigned to become vice president in 2009 and stayed on through the tenure of Senator Ted Kaufmann and joined my scheduling team late in 2010. Having served now 3 U.S. senators, Ann brings a breadth of knowledge and experience to my front office and scheduling team. She helps maintain my schedule, helps organize and evaluate and track hundreds of invitations and scheduling requests to coworkers and constituents. Ann's professionalism and business acumen are unwavering and valued. She always maintains her composure despite the stress and sometimes craziness this unique position offers. My team in Delaware appreciates her ready wit, balanced judgment, and calming presence. Krista Brady, my talented casework manager, says, quote, "Mac adds that something extra Irish to the office. Every morning she comes in wearing her snazziest outfit, drinking her cappuccino from Starbucks, and ready to tell a funny story." Krista reminded me about Ann's love for cats, her famous Halloween mask, her curried chicken, and of course, her wicked New England spirit. Ann's story is rooted deeper than just her years of Senate service. Mac's authenticity, personality, and devotion to friends and family make her a staff favorite and valued member of my team. To properly honor Ann, let me share some details about her background and her persona. A graduate of Cardinal Spellman High School and Framingham State College, Ann was born and lived in Massachusetts until she moved to Delaware in 1979. Ask Mac about her hometown, and she'll quickly chime in with Brockton, Massachusetts, home of Rocky Marciano and Marvin Hagler. Thanks to Rocky and Marvin, world heavyweight and middleweight boxing champions, Brockton is recognized as the city of champions. If Rocky and Marvin are Brockton's boxing champs, Ann is the city's undisputed world champion in cooking, whether it be baking, roasting, or toasting. Like Rocky and Marvin, Ann has a passion and talent for her own chosen sport, one that she's practiced and refined over many years. Marvin Hagler explained what makes a winner, and what Ann did to become a well-seasoned top chef is the same thing. Marvin Hagler, the boxer, once said, "Every fighter has to be dedicated, to learn how to sacrifice, to know what the devotion is all about, to make sure you're paying attention and studying your art." Ann learned to cook her art at an early age. She will say that she was born with a love of cooking. This interest is something she's pursued through her college years and into today. She earned a Bachelor of Science in Food and Nutrition at Framingham State in 1967 and subsequently mentored and educated students as a home economics teacher for 5 years. Ann taught classes on food, nutrition, and of course, cooking. Over the decades, our very own Mac perfected a wide range of delicacies to soothe and feed family, friends, and fellow Delawareans. And often the people she fed and cared for were through her efforts at the Ministry of Caring in Wilmington, Delaware. Ann worked for a decade as the head chef at the Ministry of Caring, a community-based nonprofit that provides a network of social, health, and support services for those living in poverty or who are homeless. Ann used her professional education, her faith, and her experience to feed the souls of people and provide them comfort through food served at the ministry's Emmanuel Dining Room. And when Ann returned to the Senate after her break in service, she rallied her coworkers to volunteer monthly by serving food at the Emmanuel Dining Room, where I too have volunteered. When I took office as a senator, we continued this outreach and served as a great opportunity for my casework team and others to connect with constituents. Besides Mac's involvement with the Ministry of Caring, for many years she owned and operated her own excellent business, Creative Catering Cuisine. To this day, she still receives catering requests and calls from friends for cookies, cakes, and other treats. Mary Ann's depth and variety of dishes are unique and storied. Staff favorites include Mac's mouth-watering filet mignon, cranberry coffee cake, Irish cake, banana pudding, and a wide variety of pound cakes. Lynn Pfeiffer, my intern coordinator, speaks highly of Mary Ann's homemade oatmeal cookies and other confections. Lynn and the rest of the team, however, are unanimous in their vote for Mac's curried chicken. Mary Ann's food is influential, and I would say at times even transcendent. I'm confident that if Mac's menu existed in earlier times, it could have changed the course of history as we know it. If this sustenance was available in 1775, founding father Patrick Henry may have exclaimed, "Give me Mary Ann's curried chicken, or give me death." Mary Ann goes to great lengths, in all seriousness, to prepare meals for those she loves. She gets the best and freshest ingredients. Some of my staff remember the day Mary Ann returned from her lunch break with a half-dozen lobsters, the main course for a dinner prepared in honor of her son's birthday. Desiree Burritt, my immigration caseworker, who has also worked for Senators Biden and Kaufmann before me, said, and I quote, "Mary Ann has always been our in-house chef, always there to pull up a chair, quick to smile, laugh, and listen. She's like a mother to us all." Mary Ann may not know just how much she inspires and influences those around her. I've been moved to hear and witness the impression that she's made on my staff, on her friends, and her family. Terry Wright, who also previously worked for Senator Biden, a member of my Service Academy Selection Board, has known Mary Ann for many years. Terry said Mary Ann is generous with an absolute willingness to help anyone in any way she can. When she's your friend, Terry said, you have a friend for life. And Elena Sassaman, a newer member of my casework team, said Mary Ann is one of the nicest and most thoughtful people I've ever met, and I've enjoyed working with her here in the Senate and in everyday life. Mac was one of the first people to include me in the office when I first started. Elena's developed a love for knitting and crocheting and other crafts thanks to Mary Ann's valued friendship and mentoring. When I'm not in D.C., I'm usually in my Wilmington office in Delaware, and we enjoy the opportunity to have lunch as a group, everybody on my Delaware staff. I love those lunches, listening to Mary Ann tell funny stories, share observations, even show photos of or brag about her grandkids. My dad, whom I miss dearly, was born in Boston, Massachusetts himself, and Mary Ann, who never lost her remarkable Brockton accent, has provided me a familiar and comforting presence whenever she speaks. I love her spirit as well, her Massachusetts spirit, her soul, and her positive attitude. Mary Ann is a good and decent person and a great presence in our office, and at the same time, both a fixture and a breath of fresh air. Mary Ann's work in the Senate and her career as a chef show us all the importance of working hard, embracing what you love, using your strengths to help your friends and neighbors and to better the country and community. Mary Ann said she'd miss all aspects of working with us in the Senate, and it's been such a big part of her life, I know. Mary Ann, I know you will also miss the camaraderie of your coworkers in the Delaware office. A longtime chef, I'm confident, Mary Ann, that you already have a recipe for retirement and will embrace the joy of not working. Your retirement, Mary Ann, will surely be filled with activities, cooking, knitting, and outings with your friends Jill, Norma, Sue, and Tanya, and that you will spend more time with your sons Michael and Terrence, daughters-in-law Nell and Jennifer, and beloved grandchildren Cole, Mitch, Meredith, and Nolan. All live right nearby, just over the line in Pennsylvania, and whether their Nan is joining them for dinner or attending a Unionville high school rowing event, I know you'll be there in high spirits, prepared with a great story and an even better dessert. I know, Mary Ann, you look forward to trips to Westboro, Massachusetts, and to spending holidays and warmer weekends with Terrence, Jennifer, Meredith, and Nolan. Mr. President, let me conclude by saying to Mary Ann, thank you. Thank you for your years of service to the Senate, to our community, and to the people of the First State. You've been a valued and admired member of my team, and I'll close with a traditional Irish blessing. May there always be work for your hands to do. May your purse hold a coin or two. May the sun always shine on your window pane. May the rainbow be certain to follow each rain. May the hand of a friend always be near you, and may God fill your heart with gladness to cheer you. With that, Mary Ann, I offer a fond farewell and great thanks to you for all you've done for Delaware and the Senate. Thank you. And Mr. President, I yield the floor.